Everyone, so I'm just moving on to my next stage of the Magical Forest journal, and the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to use a template for the holes because this is dark. You can't really mark them through unless you've got a white pencil, which I do have, but I just found it easier with a template. So I make a little template. I'm just going to put the paper clips on it for now, just to hold it in place. And then just check that we've got it on the spine, which we do. So that is excellent. And I'll just move this one over and this one over, so we can just use our crocodile to put the punches in. So you just line it up with the hole that's already there. Give it a smush. That up with that hole, and that's that. I must get some WD-40 and put it on there. It's very squeaky. So I'm just going down the side and the middle for now, and then I can move those paper clips over. And see, this is the beauty of the big bite, because you can just go all the way down. I mean, you could turn it around and go the other way, but it's so much easier. And you pop that one in that hole. Okay, so that's that. Pop the paper clip over the other side. Shift it over, so we can now do down this side. So now we've got, go in that hole. That's that. That's that. And that is that one. Excellent. So now we have our holes in the spine, and they'll come through this way as well. So excellent, we now have holes in there. So now we need to do the same thing really on the signature pages. So I've sorted out all the signature pages. I actually changed my mind with this one, because I was going to have this on the outside, but I changed my mind about it, and I decided that I would rather do myself another digital, because I thought I'd quite like a unicorn. So I've got myself a unicorn now, and we've got one signature there, two signatures there, three signatures there. So what I'm going to do just quickly, just to make sure that we are all going to fit, is to just fold them down and try them out. There we go. That's that one. So that's okay. It is going to just come over, but once we've folded properly, I think it'll probably sneak back inside. And that one is the same. And this one is the same. Now we can always trim off any excess if we want to and if we need to. But I think we're going to be all right, because once that fold is in place and they're pulled right in, I feel like we'll be all right. Okay. And also the thing is, because this is just the template really of the cover, if we wanted to, we could put something around the edge that kind of extends it out a little bit more. So if we do have any that poke out that are annoying, we can cover that up with a bit of lace on the edge. You know, we've also got this mesh thing that I've showed you before. I won't hunt for it now because it'll just get boring. So yeah, definitely can be sorted. So we've got our cover. I'm going to decide now which we're going to have. So I'm going to have this one as the back one. I'm going to have this one as the middle one, and this one as the front one. So it will be like this. once they're all tucked in, it'll be good. Right, so that's excellent. So this is going to be front, this is going to be middle, this is going to be back. So let's start with the back one. Now, get them all lined up. Shuffle them all down as much as you possibly can. If you've got a bone folder handy, which I don't have at the moment, so I'm just going to use a pair of scissors to just give it a really good fold down. Okay, so that's that. So we know where our fold is. I'm just going to use, oops, use that, and use that. So there we go. So this is going to be the back. So on my template, I've written back, middle, front. So we know, I mean, they're all in the same place anyway, so it shouldn't matter. But you know what? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. So you want to just get that lined up so that it's on the fold. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw through the holes so that I can make sure that they are actually on the fold. So here's, this one's on the fold quite nicely. This one needs to come across a little weeny bit. And this one just needs to come across a little weeny bit as well. So now we've got our markers. We can go ahead and punch our holes. So we're just lining them up on the fold, and we give it a good press down. And we would just line that one up on the fold and give it a good press down. And we line this one up on the fold. We give it a good press down. Okay, so now we're all lined up. You can see the holes, and you can see the holes here. So that's our back. We just do the same on the middle and the same on the front. So rather than bore you with all of that now, what I'll do is I'll stop this video now, do the rest of the holes, and then I'll come back and sew in one of the signatures so that you can see how that happens as well. But rather than just do a whole video of me stamping holes in things in the same way, I'll stop now and I'll start again on the next one. Hi everyone, so I'm back again to just do the sewing in of one of these signatures, because you've probably seen this done an absolute million times. So I'm just going to do one and sew it in, and so you can see how I'm going to do it. And there is a whole video on how to do these on my channel, and I'll link it down below. But let's just do this one first. So just get yourself a big old needle, like that. Now for this I'm using some waxed thread, like bookbinding thread. And I thought I'd use brown, seeing as we're in our Magical Forest journal. This is the Magical Forest journal. Right, so we're going to just put, because this is always helpful, one on the top so that we know what the top and the front is. This is the front and this is the top. So we've got that all sussed out. And then I'm just going to measure 1, 2, 3 to give us enough thread to be able to do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So that's that. We just thread our needle. Okay, so we're all ready with that. Now this is the one that I've got for the back. So let's put it in. We're going to put in the back one first. Okay, so we just get our thing through the middle hole. and then we go in the middle hole at the back. Come back 3. Okay, we're going to come back through the back top, in the top. So having these kind of clamped or with a paper clip, or you can do it with a clamp or a paper clip, or just grip it in some way. It makes it so much easier because it stops the papers all shuffling about. And we're going to go through the bottom. And we're going to go through the bottom. Like that. And then we're going to come back in through the middle. Through the middle again. Just make sure you don't go through the actual thread itself. So we want to go in the same hole, but not through the thread. So then we want to make sure that we've got one on either side of the, so this, let me just get that out of the way. Right, let's pull that through. Okay, so we want one either side of the bridge. So we've got the bridge bit, we've got one either side. Now before I tie these off, I'm just going to take my needle out and put it away for a second. Just sort of make sure that we are in the right holes, which we are. We're in a line. We're in the right holes. And also, I can take these off now for a second. Just want to make sure we've got everything up the right way. So if you've got pockets, you want the pockets to be open at the top. If you've got words, you want them to be open. But this particular signature doesn't have any of that to be needing to make sure that it's the right way up. So we are all right. So all we're going to do is tie it off. I just tie it twice at this stage because if something does happen and you need to get it out, it's much easier to undo 2 than 3. And then when we come to do the third, when we've finished, I'll tie them off 3 times. So let me just show you again on the middle one. We're going to just go 1, 2, 3 to get the right length. I'm going to cut that off. Get our needle out again. I kind of make it a rule to always put the needle away. Now, you don't have to do that. I do that, A, because I have anxiety, and those are the sort of little things I worry about. Because I have a cat, I absolutely make sure that it's not, that there are not things that he could tread on or eat or anything like that. So that's why I put mine away. You don't have to put them away in between each thing. You don't. But I do it because it's part of my whole anxiety problem. So that's, I'm just going to clip that out of the way. Makes it easier to be able to see the holes. So you just clip it to the outside so it's there. Right, so now we want the one that's going in the middle, and the one that's going in the middle is this one. Now we do want to make sure we're the right way up with that. We are the right way up because our bird is the right way up, and all of our other stuff should be the right way up. I will double check that once I've popped it in. So I've got here, let me just have a little quick look at this. It's not quite on, it's not quite on the fold. Let me just pop it in and see how it goes. See what it looks like once it's in. I might just need to refold it a little bit. How far off the fold is that? Yes, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that off for a second. Fold this again. These things are more or less on the fold, so they're not too much of a problem. Yeah, they're just off the fold, which is quite annoying, because I thought I'd sorted that out. But I think we might be all right with the main bit, but this feels like it's wrong to me. So I think what I'm going to do, take a chance, do a little bit on the fly and see what we end up with, is to re-stamp the hole here. So it is actually on the fold. We're at the same height, but we're just on the line like that. And then what we'll do is when we actually come to finish decorating this up, we'll put something over those holes so we've covered them up. That should be much better. Let's see how we go. This could all be a bit of a disaster. Right, so we've got our middle bit. I'm gonna make sure that we put it on the... See, these things can all roll around if you're not careful. And that's our middle. Just like that, okay. I'm gonna go through the middle. I'm going to make sure we're going through the middle like that. So we're on the fold. Pull this out a little bit. And then this goes through the bottom. So I should have gripped these up again to make it easier. Middle, and then that goes through the middle there. Hopefully you can see this. Hopefully I'm not doing it too much off the screen. And then we go back through the middle one. I'm going to make sure we don't go through the random rogue hole that we've got there, which we haven't, and we're making sure we've not gone through the thread. Okay, so now we're going to go back through here. Okay, just going to pull it tight, but not so tight that it's going to rip. Okay, let's just put that there. Put our needle away. Now, just get that off for a sec. Make sure we're all up the right way. So we've got our pockets the right way up. No writing in here. Tree, right way up. Bird, right way up. Excellent. So, we're just going to tie it off again. Like that. So now we have this. It looks okay. It looks okay. So what we're going to do is when we actually sort this out, is there will be some extra holes here. So what I'm going to probably do is put a washi tape line or a line of lace or just something there to cover those up. And here, where they are going to be obvious, I will just put a line of washi tape there to cover that up. Because you know what, sometimes we don't get it exactly right first time. It's the way it goes. Okay, so as we're here, I might as well just put the last one on while we're doing the video, and then we can just see the whole process. We get our 1, 2, 3 scissors. thread our needle. Okay, so in the middle and in the middle, pull that through. Then we're going to come back in through the top. Through the top. Out through the bottom. Sometimes it's a little bit squiggly to get it in. There we go. There we go. Through there. And then I'm going to come back in through the middle. Back through the middle again. Okay, so pull that through. Make sure we're not through the thread. Make sure we are one either side. Pull that tight-ish. Okay, put our needle away. Okay, and just to make sure we've got everything up the right way. So we've got our unicorn up the right way, our words are up the right way. Stag is up the right way. We've actually got a tree that's a bit upside down, but I don't mind that because it's kind of like the roots we can decorate up here. That's all right. Our words here are up the right way. Flowers are up the right way. Okay. This is all up the right way. Are up the right way. Cool. So I think we're all right. I think we're all up the right way and in the right holes. The front's the front, the back's the back, the middle's the middle. I think we are all right. So that is all of our signatures in. So as you can see, they are a little bit hanging over the edge. But that's all right, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something around the edge to extend the cover a little bit. So there's probably some lace or maybe some cheesecloth. I've got some cheesecloth that I've been dyeing green. So I might put that around the edge because that will kind of cover it up, because there are a few pages there that are a little bit too long, but that's all right. I don't mind that. That's okay. And then what I tend to do is I clip them back together so that they get used to being folded up. They're trained then. And there's another one to go with you. Where's the other one? Okay, so they are all clipped, and I'll just leave them overnight to settle down into their right places. And that is all bound in. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching those get put in. Hope we've managed to save the one that went a bit wrong. Always useful to see when things go wrong, so you know that you can fix them. Thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe just like the channel, subscribe to the channel. It really helps. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.